Mobezi Benjamin, a pupil at Makembo Primary School and a resident of Imanyiro Sub-County, is one of the victims. Benjamin says he was forced by his stepmother to cut sugarcane while he was still in Primary 4. Similarly, Namukuve Sarah, a pupil at Peterson Memorial Primary School and a resident of Chigandalo Sub-County, recounts how her mother sent her to work at different landing sites, engaging in fishing activities instead of concentrating on her education.
And what you have experienced? I've been at home and my stepmother told me that we don't have here food to eat. You go to the sugarcane plantations, you cut. If you don't get enough money for us to eat here at home, don't come back. When I didn't get the money, I went back home. She started beating me. After that, she told me that even tomorrow you are not going to school, we are going to work.
Most especially my mother used to send me to lakes to buy fish so that we sell and get money for home use. Naye bwe nali nga ngenda ku mwalo okima ebyennyanja nali nkozesa ggaali nga nva Eshoga ne ngenda eWambeete. Twali tukompitinga okuvuga ggaali tutuke tufune ebyennyanja ebirungi ate tukomewo mu bwangu. Naye nze Sarah, when I was in primary 4, kyankosa kati ssaawa eno sisobola kukutama okumala ssaawa emu. N'ekirala kituuka ekiseera ne mbeera awo nga sikyasobola kussa, naye nga buli wensa mpulira obulumi mu kifuba.
The rampant cases of child labor, particularly in Imanyiro Sub-County, prompted non-government organizations working together with local leaders to champion the enactment of a lower local council bylaw in 2025 aimed at curbing the vice. According to stakeholders, child labor has greatly affected school attendance, with children as young as 8 years being ferried to sugarcane plantations to work.
Count of Imanyiro, the sugarcane cutting child labor is rampant. Children don't go to school. When cases, there are few which come because we have very many stakeholders. As we go sensitizing people around, telling them where to report, LCs what they can do if they see children are being involved in child labor. So when we go sensitizing people and we talk to them, they know where to go, they know where to report.
Careless point, that is, if the child is found on somebody's sugarcane shamba, now the owner of that plantation, because there is always what we call a middleman. The middleman is the one who recruits, but he's not the owner of the plantation. There is another, with the law is very, very important to look that even at this level, where you get the child, that's where the scene starts. So once they get the children with this issue of the working at the plantation, what do? They arrest, and each child is 40,000 got. And the district has the child labor fund where that money is being put to support more of the child labor survivors.
Speaking during the commemoration of the Day Against Child Labor, the third Deputy Prime Minister, Lukia, Nakadama isanga, revealed that statistics indicate that 47% of children aged between 5 and 17 years are engaged in child labor. She warned that parents and individuals found exploiting children will face arrest.
Parents, please stop taking our children to boarding sugarcane schools, because they've said they go to boarding of cutting sugarcane. Stop sending them to do such type of jobs, because that is child labor. We want our children to school. Children should not be given hazardous work. They should be left to go to school. They should be in institutions. They should be in skilling centers. If a parent is found taking the children to do such type of work, labor which is not theirs. A parent is going to be arrested and you have to be charged for allowing children to do work which is not theirs.
The Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development has pledged to intensify efforts to ensure leaders at all levels take responsibility in accelerating action against child labour.
To enhance monitoring and supervision, they must stand to the occasion. Secondly, our partners, starting with the parents, guardians, and also the employers who have factories and hide those children to be exploited, and LOCs, the police, who see things happen and they don't take action. You find a policeman, a child is being exploited, and they think it is not tebinge mako, it's not my business, tebinkwatako. That is a wrong attitude, and it must stop forthwith. We must stand up, all of us as stakeholders, to bring to an end faster this challenge of child labor, so that we have quality growth of young people.
Meanwhile, stakeholders have commended government initiatives, particularly the deployment of parasocial workers in communities to safeguard children's rights and strengthen child protection mechanisms.
Which has components and things we have done, interventions to include strengthening the social workforce, starting right from the village level where we have parasocial workers, logistically supporting at the district level, the professional social welfare officers, but we also, in some circumstances, especially in the very remote areas, support direct prevention and response. Currently, Save the Children is starting projects that will be very specific to child labor in Kasese district, but this is what we have done before. And even where we don't have specific projects, we are doing a lot of system strengthening work to support government to enhance and to put down and support efforts to prevent child labor.
The challenges that they undergo. They also did mention that, of course, there are limitations regarding the poverty, which is really, really high in the community, whereas there is high desire for parents to send their children to school. They are also limited. And so one of the things the children called for was that can government ensure that these schools can really be free, completely free, so that every child can have the opportunity to access education without putting stress to the household in terms of contributing for the education facilities.
Children themselves have also presented a petition emphasizing that they deserve education and protection rather than being subjected to labor.
Our message: children belong in school, not at work. Children need books, not burdens. Children need protection, not exploitation. Children need education, not labor. Radical to child labor. Fair play for children. Keep every child in school.
I'm Nafka Farida and Kenneth Tanara in Mayuge.